4.1 Understanding the organization and its context. Let's first discuss what the ISO 9001:2015 standard requires in 4.1. The organization shall determine external and internal issues that are relevant to its purpose and its strategic direction and that affect its ability to achieve the intended results of its quality management system. The organization shall monitor and review information about these external and internal issues. Note 1. Issues can include positive and negative factors or conditions for consideration. Note 2. Understanding the external context can be facilitated by considering issues arising from legal, technological, competitive, market, cultural, social, and economic environments, whether international, national, regional, or local. Note 3. Understanding the internal context can be facilitated by considering issues related to values, culture, knowledge, and performance of the organization. In 4.1, Understanding the organization and its context. In order to develop and maintain an effective quality management system that truly adds value and is aligned with the strategic direction of an organization, management must first determine and understand all of the internal and external issues that have an effect, or possible effect, on the QMS, and are relevant to its purpose, as well as the success of the corporate strategy. Significantly also, management must determine and understand the internal and external issues that have an effect on its ability to achieve intended results. These issues can stem from any number of sources, and is dependent on the organizational environment and the type of product or service they provide, as well as the socio-economic conditions they operate in. So, what exactly does this mean? It means that the organization as a collective entity must do some soul-searching and perform self-assessment activities that will reveal very important information about who they are as a company, what things they do well as what areas they are performing poorly. They must objectively evaluate the factors that affect how they serve their customers' needs effectively and ensure business success. This self-introspection is not something that all or most organizations perform well, let alone develop processes for, as it can be difficult to remain unbiased and objective when looking inwards. But this activity can provide massive value to the success of the organization's quality management system. This is exactly what this new section of the ISO 9001 standard requires, and it is no surprise that ISO made this the lead-off section for the standard, as the outputs from implementing the concepts of Clause 4.1 should be used as inputs for all other activities required by the standard. A good model for this type of internal and external environmental assessment could be the SWOT analysis method. By evaluating strengths, characteristics of the business that give it an advantage over others, weaknesses, characteristics that place the business at a disadvantage relative to others, opportunities, elements that the business could exploit to its advantage, threats, elements in the environment that could cause trouble for the organization. ISO does not require or imply that this method be used, however, it could be a valuable tool for this purpose. Organizations must consider positive and negative factors, or conditions, regarding internal and external issues. As I just mentioned in the SWOT analysis example, it is important to capture the possibility of opportunity which the organization can exploit, and not have a narrow focus on negative issues alone. Of course, it is important to recognize issues that could negatively impact business, but it's equally important to take advantage of opportunities that could present strategic advantages. The standard also requires that organizations monitor and review the information relating to its internal and external issues that may have an impact on the organization's ability to implement and maintain an effective quality management system, as well as achieve intended results. There are many external factors that could have an impact on the success of an organization, and some will carry more weight than others. Organizations should consider the issues arising from areas that have the greatest impact on their own business. Some examples of these external areas are: legal. What laws are in place both in the area the organization operates, as well as other areas that have an impact on its business, such as where the product they produce will be used, or services conducted. Technological. What technologies exist that can assist the organization in better management and operation, and what new technologies are on the horizon? What is the level of competition in the current market? What are the cultural, social, and economic environments that will have an effect on the organization and its products and services, whether they be national, international, regional, or local landscapes? There are also many internal issues to be considered that may arise from areas such as the values that people within the organization bring to the workplace, the cultures representing those people, the culture of the organization itself as well. What type of culture does the organization wish to develop and convey to its personnel and customers? And how do they nurture this culture? What collective knowledge and expertise exists within the organization, from experience of its personnel to past performance and operation of the organization itself? What knowledge and experience will have to be acquired to reach its strategic objectives? Again, understanding of the internal and external environment that an organization operates within is a vital part of the success of its quality management system, and ultimately the success of its business. This is a brand new clause in the ISO 9001 2015 standard, which holds many intangible concepts that some organizations may struggle with at first, but are essential to any hope of longevity in business. Political factors include government attitudes to employment, consumer protection, the environment, taxation, trade restrictions, and societal reforms, as well as the burden of bureaucracy and the level of corruption. Economic factors include assessing potential changes to an economy's inflation rate, taxes, interest rates, exchange rates, trading regulations, and excise duties. Official economic indicators often highlight areas where more detailed information is required. Social factors include age distribution, population growth rate, employment levels, income statistics, education and career trends, and religious beliefs, as well as cultural and social conventions. The pace of change in technology is becoming more rapid, and often changes that impact your market come from unexpected sources. Technological factors can be broadly divided into two areas: manufacture and infrastructure. Organizations that fail to keep up technological advances leave opportunities for a smaller producer or new entrant to enter their market. Environmental factors include infrastructure, cyclical weather, disposal of materials, energy availability and cost, and the ecological consequences of production processes. Legal factors include current and impending legislation that may affect the industry in areas such as employment, competition, and health and safety. Your PESEL analysis should consider the impact of your own national laws as well as those originating in other countries that could affect you.